Now live from Palin Music Studios in Springfield, Missouri, it's Wake Up with Greg. Here's your host, Greg.
Hey folks, good morning and happy Monday to you. Welcome to Wake Up with Greg. I am your host, Greg Rosander with Palin Music Center, and I am happy to be here this soggy Monday morning, I guess we'll call it. Got a little wet last night, and so it's a little dreary this morning, but that's typical for fall. We're okay with that. But the temperature is not bad. It's like in the 60s, so it's fall weather. We'll take it. Gotta love it. So I'm happy to be here. Happy you are here. Good morning to you all once again. For those of you new to the show, we are here every weekday morning, 8:30 a.m. Central, to share the coolest instruments on the internet for you. These are available for you to purchase on our website at palinmusic.com or by giving us a call at 417-882-7006 or check out our Reverb page at reverb.com. I've got some saxophones for you today, some alto saxophones, so we'll share those with you this morning. And then I've got some music, some special music that I may even get to play for you today, so that'll be fun. We talked about it briefly on Friday, so hopefully it works out for you today. And then I've got kind of a recap from my weekend as far as my something cool for today, so I'll tell you what that means when we get to it. But a lot of fun, a lot of good stuff going on. So I hope you had a great weekend and you're ready to start your week off with a bang with Wake Up with Greg and get your week going in the right direction. So let's see, what do we got going on in the world right now? We've got we got Blue Friday coming up in just a couple of weeks now. Time is flying, folks. You better be getting those Christmas lists ready to get that shopping done before the mass attack on all things Christmas happens. I mean, of course, it's Christmas everywhere already. I mean, you go to all the stores, Walmart and Lowe's, and everybody, they've been in Christmas mode since like the day after school started. So, but 'tis the season. We've even got our Christmas things going on behind us already. We got to have it going. We're in the business of selling gear, so that's what we got to do. So anyway, that's what's happening here. I don't know if there's any other big events coming up that I'm aware of anyway, so we'll just roll with that and get jumped right in. We don't want to get jumped, but we do want to jump right into this show. So let's say good morning to Jordan, my friend. Good morning. How are you?
Good morning. I'm good. How are you?
I am great.
Awesome.
Just delighted to be here. Beautiful
Cool.
Monday. You had a great weekend, I assume. Went down to Bentonville, right?
Yep.
How are the in-laws?
They're good. It was a fun time.
Good.
Walked some trails. Ate some
That's
food.
right. It was what was it? National International Hike.
Oh, was it?
Hiking Day or something like that, or
get
your hike on or something. I don't know what my wife called it, but yeah,
cool.
Everybody was supposed to be out hiking yesterday.
Oh, well, I guess I did it.
Well, there you go. Yeah, we did too. We
Didn't
went
even
out
know.
to Nathaniel Green and walked around there, took the little puppies out for a little jaunt. Speaking of puppies, my little Jasper's going in for a dental this morning. He was not happy about not getting breakfast this morning. He was very confused because, he's a pug, and pugs, like, food is their entire life. I mean, everything about a pug revolves around food. And when there is no food, all bets are off. You never know what's going to happen with your dog. But anyway.
Sounds like me.
Sounds like you. So that's what's going on. So Cool. Ready to do this?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. I'm not sure that I'm like driving with this chair. I'm going to back it up here and get myself.
Maybe we could switch to the stool.
We got the new set happening, or the temporary new set happening right now. All kinds of. We got Christmas gifts over here. We got coffee. We got some. We should make some pour over coffee. Don't have any to make, but we could do that. And what else we got over here? We got right behind me. I don't know. Can you see it? Is it right there? That is a painting of Palin Music Center. That is our building, our primary building. This building that we're in, which was, I think it was built in the early 90s. I want to say somewhere around 1992, maybe. those of you Palin folks out there watching, you can chime in and let us know the exact date on that. But really cool painting of the store back there. So anyway, all right, let's do this.
All right. Can you tell us about your shirt and watch today?
The shirt and watch. The shirt is. It's not a brand I've talked about on this show before. Well, maybe way early when I was wearing these longer sleeve shirts. This is an Austin Reed shirt, but it fits into my jam of the Paisleys. We just got black and white going on, but with the Paisley print, it's really cool. It's got kind of a ridged texture to it, kind of like corduroy, but not velvety like corduroy. But it's one of my favorite shirts because it's so comfortable. It fits great. It looks cool with all of these. It just looks like it was hand drawn. It's really cool. Anyway, Austin Reed is the brand of this shirt. Don't know where I got it, where it came from, but there it is. And then the watch. This is my my Fossil Tank watch with the black band and the black face, or black dial, I should say. I never get the right angle on there. There you go. You can kind of see that. Anyway, I love these tank style watches, and I always talk about how much I love them. So this is a Fossil, so nothing super fancy, just a standard quartz watch, but I love the look of it. So there you go. So that's the watch, that's the shirt. Let's look at saxophones. That didn't sound very exciting, did it? Let's play saxophonium. I don't know. I'm just making stuff up now. All right, but we're going to go ahead and jump into one. You know what? I need a little space here. I'm going to rearrange my life. I'm going to set this aside right there. There we go. Look at that. I got my gloves. I remembered my gloves today. Woohoo! You know, we learn after time. All right, saxophone number 1. Here we go. This is a Chateau saxophone. Chateau is a relatively new company on the scene, making very high quality saxophones for very little monies. So supremely affordable, professional grade saxophones. And man, you just can't go wrong with these guys because they're built really well. They're made in factories that are known for making many other brands of saxophones. So same factories, I think, that make like the Selmer USA series. Maybe some of the Cannonballs. Actually, I think Cannonball has their own factories now, finally. But anyway, that is going to fall off of there. These cases are never really balanced. There we go. All right. So, saxophone number 1. This is the Chateau Chambord series. They also call it the 50 series. And this is a top-grade professional horn. It's all hand-hammered yellow brass, one-piece bell, large bell bore. On that, we've got double braced keys on the lower bell keys there for added stability in regulation and setup. We've got the added brace on the left-hand spatula keys as well to keep those in alignment, and then fine adjustments throughout. This is full poster rib construction, so you get a very stable regulation that way as well. You've got beautiful hand engraving on this saxophone. Mother of pearl key touches on there, high F sharp, front F, adjustable thumb hook on the back in this beautiful antique finish. They call it antique. And that is what it looks like. This is the CAS Chateau Alto Sax 50 for the 50 series, the Chambord series. AN for antique. And guys, this is a great, great horn. Less expensive than a new student model from like Yamaha or Jupiter or whatever. So you're getting professional grade instrument at honestly about half the price of what you would pay for a similar horn from another manufacturer. So 3-point bell to body brace, just really well set up. Italian leather pads, domed metal boosters, everything you want on a pro grade horn, guys. This is the Chateau Chambord 50 series CAS 50 AN Alto Sax in the antique finish. Live on the website right now at palinmusic.com or by giving me a call at 417-882-7006 or check out our Reverb page at reverb.com. And these come as an outfit, full case, hard rubber mouthpiece, the neck as well. I'm not going to unwrap that, but you can see the neck there. No engraving on the neck, just the standard finish there. And neck strap, all of the goodies that you want on a pro horn. So that is what we've got for you today. Horn number 1, Chateau alto sax. Come and get it. We've got these in tenor saxes as well. Guys, they really make great horns, so I highly suggest you check them out. There we go. All right. So horn number 1, done and done.
All right. Can you recommend some music to us today?
I got some music for you. Let's say hi to the folks on the chat this morning. Max is here. Vincent is here. A little quiet on the chat this morning. Would love to have you join us on the chat. We can interact and have some fun. Also, be sure to like, subscribe, share, all those bells and whistles that you need to do as well. But let's dig into some music before we get any further there. Hey, there's Elijah Benton. Good morning. Welcome to the show, Elijah. Got my Hawaiian coffee there. Happy to have you with us. Elijah, where are you watching from, my friend? Vincent, trying to wake up and work too. Yep, I get you. All right, so musically, we talked about this on Friday. I shared a quote by the great George Gershwin, and we mentioned George Gershwin's most famous piece. Elijah's from Florida, fantastic, love it down there. His most famous piece, Rhapsody in Blue, and there is an amazing recording of it by Leonard Bernstein, performing and conducting the Columbia Symphony Orchestra and the New York Philharmonic, playing these songs. And I'm just going to play it for you. So, because the reason I'm doing this, and I should not get in trouble for it, is because this song is now in the public domain, which means anybody can play with it and do with it whatever they want. So I'm going to just give this, I'm going to put it up to my mic here so hopefully you can hear it. But it should be very familiar to you. Does that sound familiar? Well, I'm going to keep it playing, but I'm going to show you what we're looking at here. This is Rhapsody in Blue by George Gershwin. It's performed by Leonard Bernstein and the Columbia Symphony Orchestra. Fantastic clarinet piece. Then here comes the brass. Now, I'm not going to play this whole song for you guys because it is 17 minutes long. But you can hear, I mean, this is classic jazz age, kind of like infusing jazz into the symphonic world. It's fantastic. I'm going to speed this up to about the 10-minute mark because I want you to hear what goes on. Oops. That went too far. Let's try this again here. About there. All right, so we're coming into a familiar part of this song as well. You may remember this from the United Airlines commercials. Right? So great. It's so great. We're going to move on a little bit to about the 13-minute mark. Oh, wait, maybe the 14-minute mark. Anyway. Well, I could go on and on and on and on and on and on about this song because it is 17 minutes long. But I wanted to share that with you and hope that you get to hear it and appreciate it. What's going on the chat? Do I ship out my horn to you guys to maintain? Well, I'll talk to you about that later, Vincent. Max, I thought that song was by Queen. Close. But here's the song, Rhapsody in Blue by George Gershwin, as performed by Leonard Bernstein. And this is the one that I am adding to the playlist right now, the Wake Up with Greg playlist, which should kick us over the 14-hour mark on the amount of music on that on that playlist. We have 208 songs on there now. Like I said, there's one for every episode that we've done, plus a few extras. We are on episode 186 today, I believe. So that's my musical choice for the day. I hope you like it, because I can sit here and talk about this song. There is a fantastic version done by the Duke Ellington Orchestra that is much more jazzy in flavor, but it's also it's a compressed version because the song's only like 5 minutes long. But man, what a fantastic job that they do on it. Hey, my brother Steve is on the show this morning. Good to see you, Steve-O. All right, should we jump into another horn?
Yeah.
Let's do that. Speaking of the Selmer USA series, dun, 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 here we have the Selmer SAS 711S for S for silver plate. So got to make sure I've got my gloves on for this one, because these silver-plated horns get all fingerprinty very easily. So we want to make sure that they are being taken care of here. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. And there we have it. Let's take a look at this. Try not to drop this case off the desk. There we go. Beautiful, beautiful Selmer SAS 711S. Professional alto saxophone. Spec-wise, very similar to the previous one. This one does not have the double bracing on the bell keys, but other than that, everything else is pretty much the same. We've got the beautiful engraving on the bell there in the bright silver-plated finish. This has Italian leather pads with domed metal tone boosters. Mother of pearl key touches throughout. Beautiful, bright silver plating. High F sharp, front F, adjustable thumb hook on the back. All your bracing and a fine adjustments throughout. The Selmer SAS series, this is what they would call the USA series. Now, these are Taiwanese made, but they're Selmer USA, basically to distinguish it from Selmer Paris, which are French made and are the high end, the elite, like the Supreme saxophones I've shown on the show before, and some of the others like the Reference series and Signature series, which we may be getting a Signature series here before too long, I hope. But anyway, these come in a few different finishes. The bright silver-plated finish. They come in the black nickel finish with the silver keys. They come in a like a copper body with gold keys, which is really beautiful. And then I think just a standard gold lacquer version as well. But absolutely stunning horn. Fantastic for that. You're looking for a very versatile and affordable professional saxophone. This is the one for you. The highlight really for this horn specifically is that it comes with a Selmer Paris neck. So there's the Selmer Paris neck. In fact, you can probably see it says Selmer Paris right there on the collar of the tenon. So specially designed by Selmer Paris for these Selmer USA horns. So you get a little bit of a hybrid, if you want to call it that. But man, just top grade stuff here, guys. And it's a beautiful horn, and I've got a few of these in stock. In fact, we're giving one of these away in the black nickel finish with the silver keys at our Blue Friday event on Blue Friday. So remember to go onto our Facebook page and find the post about Blue Friday and comment what you are thankful for. And that gets you entered into the drawings for the free stuff. So if you want to win a free saxophone, that is the way to do it, by commenting what you're thankful for. So, maybe next week, because next week should be Thanksgiving, right? Not this week, but next week. Oh, my computer died out on me again. It does that. It's not dead. I got to figure out how to make it not go to sleep so fast. All right. So that's saxophone number 2.
Awesome. Okay. Can you now show us something cool?
All right, I'm going to show you something cool. And this is really more of just a visual aid to kind of represent the broader picture of what I want to talk about right now. But it's Harry Potter, guys. Why am I talking about Harry Potter? This book happens to be Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince, which I think is number 5 or something like that in the series. The reason I've got this and I'm showing this is because my wife and I just finished watching all 8 of the films, and we finished the last one last night. And you know, I'm gonna say spoiler alert because I mean these movies have been out for, is it 20 years now? Close to it, something like 20 years. Coming, at least the first one, I think that like was that 2003 or something when they came out. So if you haven't heard of these stories yet or know how these things turned out, then you've probably been living in the cave. I've been living in the cave because I haven't even read the books all the way through, but I have finally finished the movie. And I was like watching, it starts out, you know, fun, you know, exciting, and then each movie kind of builds on itself. But then it kind of hits a plateau about this mark, right? The Half-Blood Prince. And but then it kind of dips a little bit, and then it comes back up. I gotta say, I was left wanting at the end of the movie because as you all know the story. I mean, Harry Potter is triumphant over Voldemort and all of that. But then the way the movie ended is just like you've got Harry and you've got Ron and you've got Hermione. They're just kind of standing there, like standing on the bridge of the destroyed Hogwarts, and they're like, yeah, okay. I was expecting like something grander, like some kind of acknowledgement that they are the heroes that saved the world, basically. Kind of like at the end of A New Hope, Star Wars Episode 4, you know, where they got the big ceremony and they present them with the medals, and you got Chewbacca screaming over here, you know, all that. Or something like, oh gosh, let me think of something else. I mean, like at the end of Lord of the Rings, where you've got the hobbits are standing there, and you've got Aragorn, and he's saying, you know, hobbits, you don't have to bow down to anybody. And then everybody bows down to the hobbits. It's like to acknowledge that what they did to save the world. It's like, I just really wanted that for Harry and his crew, you know? And then they just flip forward like 19 years, and now Harry and Hermione, and they've all got kids, and they're sending their kids off to Hogwarts, and it's like, I don't know. That's a big time spoiler. I don't know what you guys think about it. I enjoyed the movies immensely. I mean, I thought they were great, but yeah, I was hoping for a little bit more at the ending of those. So sorry for the spoiler alerts, y'all. Matt says the books are better. Yeah, I mean that's usually the case. Not always, but a lot of the times it is, because they certainly fill in a lot of the empty spots and give you far more detail. But anyway, I highly recommend the movies for sure. I'm sure the books, Max says the books are even better, so I highly recommend the books. This is actually on my reading list for 2025. I want to read through the whole series, so we'll see how that goes. So that's my cool thing for the day. You know, I hope you don't hate me for my opinions on that, but you know, we've all got our opinions, right? So there you go. Let's look at one more horn, shall we? I think that's enough about old Harry Potter. This book, I've had this book forever. It doesn't look like it's ever even been opened. Look, it comes with a poster. Wow. This is fancy stuff. Scholastic. See, I used to teach elementary school back in California, way back in the day. And, you know, we used to do those Scholastic book orders in your classroom where all the kiddos buy the books, you know, every month and whatnot. Man, I scored with that program. I had so many great kids buy so many books, and I got so much free stuff for my classroom. I got like DVD players, and I got a laptop computer once, and I got a microwave and a refrigerator, and with my Scholastic points, thanks to all those kiddos. I also bought a lot of books for my classroom. I mean, it wasn't all just about me, but all right, let's look at this last saxophone, shall we? Grab this one here. Check out this case, first of all. This case is just killer. This is the Julius Kyleworth, the Shadow, the SX90R Shadow, in this carbon fiber case. So smoking cool. And this one does not have zippers, so I appreciate that. But man, guys, this is one of the top tier saxophones in the world. And you guys really need to take one of these home with you. I'm sorry to put the pressure on, but I need you to get a great Christmas present. All the saxophone players in your life need this saxophone. So let's talk about what makes this thing absolutely amazing. So the Shadow, the SX90R is kind of their their main line of their top of the line professional saxophones. And then the Shadow just kind of kicks it up a notch. And what does it do to kick it up? Well, first of all, you've got a solid nickel silver body. Okay. So nickel silver gives you a lot of punch, a lot of brightness, a lot of edge. So this horn will cut through just about anything. If you're playing in a rock group or a jazz group or heck, marching band or whatever, this is going to be the power force in the saxophone section for sure. That nickel silver it barks so loud. It's so great. Honestly, you've got to kind of control it a little bit because it can get a little wild, if you don't control it. But just look at the stunning beauty of this horn with the engraving on there. All handmade. These are all made in Germany, by the way, folks, in case you're wondering. Beautiful hand engraving that goes all the way up the back, so you get the nice contrast through that dark black nickel down to the solid nickel underneath, the bright nickel underneath. Gives it a beautiful contrast. You get beautiful black mother of pearl key touches on here. You've even got engraving in the bell. What else on here? What makes it so special? One of the trademarks of the Kyleworth saxophones is you get the adjustable palm keys up on the left-hand side, which just allow you to really dial in the comfort level there. Black pads. I don't know if you can even see those, but black pads with black metal boosters. And then you got the rolled tone holes on here as well. So this is as top of the line as you get from Kyleworth. Certainly comparable to a Selmer Supreme or like a Ramponi Kazani 2 Voices, something along those lines, or Yanagasawa, what is it, the AWO10, I think it is. Their beast of a horn, which, cool note on that. We should be getting one of those in, a Yanagasawa in here finally next month, I'm hoping. So anyway, there's the horn for you. Bright silver plating on the keys. Just give you that added touch of elegance on here. But again, this is a screamer horn, guys. This is the Kyleworth SX90R Shadow, and you need to take one of these home with you today. Let's take a look at the neck as well, because that's got the beautiful engraving on it as well. Just a stunner of a horn, guys. I really want this to find a new home. It needs to. It's a beautiful piece. So there you go. Check us out on all of those. I got my glove stuck. There we go. Took my thumb off. I broke my thumb. Oh, no. All right. Enough silliness and frippery. Is that what Willy Wonka says? Frippery? I don't know. Something like that. Anyway. All right. So those are the 3 saxophones for today. I hope you enjoyed those. You never know what tomorrow's going to bring, but we will be here tomorrow again, doing this all over again. But was it time for wisdom now?
It's time for wisdom.
It's time for wisdom. So let's take a look at some wisdom. This comes from a gentleman by the name of William. I hope it's pronounced Congreve or Congreve. I don't know. He's an English playwright, 17th century English playwright, poet, and Whig politician. Whig, that's W-H-I-G, not wig like with the hair, but with the political party. His works, which form an important component of Restoration literature, were known for their use of satire and the comedy of manners genre. Okay, there you go. So the Whig Party, in case you're curious, if you don't know your history, the Whig Party was more about a parliamentary government and less about a monarchical government. So in England, it was, how they developed the parliament and had a, kind of, you've got the monarch and then you've got the parliament, and they work together to kind of run the country. Anyway, and then the Whigs, came over here to the States when we were forming as a country as well. But that Whig party is no longer a thing here. But anyway, that's what a Whig is. But here's what William Congreve says about music. He said, music has charms to soothe a savage beast, to soften rocks, or bend a knotted oak. Music has charms to soothe a savage beast, to soften rocks, or bend a knotted oak. Now, I've always heard the term that music can calm a savage beast. In fact, I think I've said it on this show multiple times. I don't know if this is the origin of that phrase, if William Congreve was the first to say that. I would have to do a little bit more searching in the history of that, but we'll just give him the props right now to say he was the first one to say it. Why not? Music has charms to soothe the savage beast, to soften rocks, or bend a knotted oak. And yes, it does, and it can do all of that without question. So that's my piece of wisdom for the day. That's my show for the day. That's the saxophones for the day. That's the day for the day, and the weather for the day, and all the stuff for the day. Hey, Average Metal Enjoyer just showed up. Welcome, Harry.
Right on.
Yeah, we're in a new location. We're in a temporary set.
It is the same room, though.
It is the same room, yeah. We are technically in the same room, in the same building, but we've got our winter recitals going on for all of our lesson kiddos, and they've taken over the the cabin recital space up here for the next few weeks. So this is where I'm at for now, and then come January, I think it's going to be an entirely new gig. So we'll stay tuned for that. But happy to have you here. We are wrapping up the show now, so we are going to leave you with this thought. This catchphrase, if you will. Helping people make meaningful music is what we do. And when you're ready, I'm here for you too. You guys have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.